everybody, I am Tom and you are watching me play Vampyr. Today, well, one, we're going to talk to Edgar Swansea at some point. However, I also want to talk to Pippa, and you're Pippa's boyfriend, so I'm going to talk to you as well.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Indeed. What do you have again? He had like guns.
Wise choice, Dr. Reid. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
I think he had like a really good shotgun for like $1 million. It's not actually that expensive. 315 is easily doable, I think. But nothing I particularly need now. However,
Good
I want
evening,
to.
Milton.
There was some.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
What are they called? Personal questions. Here we go.
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples just like you come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
Fair enough. I could see an argument either way there. There's good blood quality. There are a couple. I don't have any other hints on him. Do I have anything on Pippa Hawkins though? Yeah, she was extorting people. That's why I wanted to talk to her. There are a couple. That's the same hint essentially. Oh, that's right. We found the note and saying she was planning on quitting and she was going to join the vampire hunter group, the Prewin or whatever. According to her sister, she'd been talking about them. But I don't know whether that means she actually wants to hunt vampires, or she just wants out of the hospital because she's depressed as fuck. Which I now know, because of Milton.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reid. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running? There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
I tend to agree, but... Level 2 to mesmerize. I do like what they've done here, how they've like put all of these behind... like drop-down menus where you hold the button for them to stay down. Just so that they don't take up screen real estate. Because if I was playing in like 4K or something, I could probably just have them open all the time, but in 1080 that I'm playing on currently, it does take up a fair amount of the screen. Nothing.
Goodbye.
Nothing yet. Alright, so I'm going to go talk to Pippa now. But that did give me a bit more information. Knowing that she's depressed. Is this her here? Indeed it is. Knowing she's depressed gives me some more information.
Doctor. I don't think we've been introduced yet. My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Johnathan Reid. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
Interesting. Whoa, she has some high quality blood. I think that's because I know so many hints about her as well. Maybe. I don't know.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
Huh. I know she's depressed. And she's cynical if she's saves beds for patients who can pay. She's thinking about quitting. I don't want to push her over the edge to quit, necessarily.
You'd be surprised what dedication can achieve, Nurse Hawkins. In medicine, sometimes we're just a test result away from a miracle.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
Fair enough.
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual, especially concerning doctors.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
That's interesting. I mean, I already kind of knew that, but...
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
Get a grip sounds harsh, but
Nurse
I'm gonna do it.
Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse? What if in the end, nobody was spared?
You must get a hold of yourself, nurse.
Sorry, I'm exhausted.
he said that.
No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
He said that much nicer than I was expecting from get a grip exclamation mark. Which I'm glad about. You don't want to... Get a grip! I'll do that later.
Pepper, I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes? Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins. But are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Is he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke. But we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
Interesting.
Pepper, are you sure you want to leave this hospital?
To become a nurse was a little girl's dream. But in the end, I don't feel that useful. I want more. I want to make things change.
This is unacceptable. That's not a word, right? It's unacceptable. Huh. So she's depressed. I think be proud of what you achieved. Because she needs reinforcement, I'm getting from her. I feel like reinforcement would work better than anything else.
You should be proud of what you've achieved. This hospital represents hope for many people in need of help.
Maybe you're right. But at the moment, I feel like we're just a cemetery waiting room.
Prepare assault useless as a nurse since the beginning of the epidemic. Okay. Makes... How much was her blood worth then? 3,000. Holy shit.
What steps are you prepared to take to feel more useful?
I don't know yet. My sister believes that the real fight is in the streets nowadays. Maybe she's right. Maybe this is what I must do.
And what about Milton Hooks? Does he share your point of view?
For Milton, any change means more comfort and more peace. I disagree.
If you feel that saving lives is not useful enough, perhaps it means that you've lost faith.
On the contrary, my faith has never been stronger. Maybe we are all just too proud to face up to the fact that science cannot compete with God.
Interesting. So she seems to think that the epidemic is like... a plague in the true sense of the word, as in sent from God. So I don't have that hint.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Apparently I can't confront her about stealing shit, which seems very odd to me. But there was also, there's a woman around here with black hair, kind of disheveled hair, that I see Pippa Hawkins staring at all the time. I don't know whether it's just random that that's happening, or whether it's... Is that Corcoran? Ugh. No, it's someone I don't know, but I'm not going to talk to you yet. I needed these. I'm just gonna turn my... Why are these two, like, shining bright? I guess because they have really high blood quality? Or maybe it's because they have blood quality that I know? I don't know. Makes no sense to me. Ah, this woman here.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reid, the new surgeon at the Pembroke Hospital. And who are you?
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal. You're nothing but dust blown by the winds of eternity.
I beg your pardon?
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency? Well, tonight maybe I'm inclined to mercy. You'll never forget the night you met Thelma Howcroft.
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that? And if I'm mortal, what are you?
Well, Dr. Reid, if you must know, I'm a vampire.
Interesting. I mean, she could just be crazy, it's also a possibility. The way she's talking, I don't think the average vampire would talk the way she's talking, if you know what I mean, but...
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am. It is what I feel within this hollow shell of flesh.
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my flesh cracks and fades. I sense the last pulse of postulant blood within my drying veins. I need new blood.
I see. Have you ever heard of Cotard's syndrome, Miss Howcroft?
Never.
It's a mental illness discovered by a French neurologist named Jules Cotard. The affected patients are delusional. They believe that they are putrefying, that they are dead, a ghost or a ghoul, or in your case, a vampire.
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal. You can't even begin to understand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am delusional.
Huh. It's worth noting, Thelma with respect to Goddard's syndrome, I believe she is a vampire. Yep. Dr. Reid is a good psychologist as well, which I guess in the time you probably had to be.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right, Miss Howcroft?
It's only a cover. To hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog, or bat.
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure. But I sense their eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
Interesting. Quite interesting. I may go to the garden by the morgue.
The staff here are not your enemy. They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt me. For I am a vampire.
I see. Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Huh. So are they the Priwen gonna try and attack her because...
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
It was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
So obviously she's going around saying I'm a vampire, I'm a vampire.
To your nocturnal activities.
So she's going around saying I'm a vampire, and the pre-one are like, oh, we kill vampires. I'm actually going to do this right now, because it's intriguing. How do I get to here? This one. You know, the funny thing too is the reason I wanted to talk to her was because I saw Pippa spying on her.
Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters. Where are they hiding? I should investigate.
So it's in this whole area. So I want to go to the left.
Bench, sir. I understand you must be very angry. I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife. I hope that might help.
He's talking to... I guess that looked like I could eavesdrop on them?
I understand you must be very angry about this unfair situation. I managed to arrange to have you buried in the same mass grave as your wife. I hope that might help.
Interesting.
It's locked, all right.
He's talking to the dead. That's not particularly crazy or anything, it's just probably some kind of religious fervor. She said in the garden behind the morgue, which is not this way, but this is where it's telling me to look. Interesting.
Go back! See them fancy clothes!
Stuck in the doorway.
Fuck, he's fast!
Well. That worked. Oh, right here. 25th October. From Guard of Pre-1 Command Post to East End Patrols. Object, Vampire Activity, Hospital, Survey, Investigate. 3 days ago, one of our new recruits heard a rumour about a presence of a female vampire hiding in the Pembroke Hospital, London East End. All we have is her first name, Thelma. Your mission is to discreetly go here and observe any suspicious activity concerning said leech, then report directly back to us and we will decide what action should be taken. Interesting. And I thought she was being watched by Pippa, and Pippa was talking about leaving and going to the pre-one. That's intriguing. So it's more than possible that Thelma... Maybe Thelma is... maybe Pippa is actually wanting to become a vampire hunter. Interesting. Interesting. So very intriguing. Clearly she doesn't know much about vampires, otherwise she'd know that Thelma isn't a vampire. Can I get up here? No. What's this? King and country need you, blah 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 blah. Alright. I'll cut and we'll be back next to Thelma. I take it back, we're not gonna cut. Find the local command post of the guard of the Prewood. This way. I can hear... Oi! I mean, I can maybe take that on, but... that just seems silly. Level 18! I'm gonna avoid it. He's 5 levels above me, but I reckon I can take him. Can I sneak past? Here's the question. I went to do a quick save though, which is kind of hilarious. Apparently I can just sneak past them without much trouble. Interesting. Huh. There's a lot of Scowl here, and they're all... God damn it. I can't leave a guy in trouble.
I cannot enter.
I need to go up, I guess. I could die a lot here. I'll cut out most of my deaths. I need to avoid getting hit at all, I think. Shit. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. But not so much that I can... There we go. They don't even get knocked by that. I'm going as quickly as I can. Woohoo! I'll cut to my successful attempt. This will take me a long time, I think, because I can do a lot of damage. So I essentially have to not get hit. Which shouldn't... I say shouldn't be too difficult. It should be pretty difficult, but... My question is, will he survive long enough if I keep dying? I don't have blood this time, which makes it more difficult, but... Actually, it's a good idea. I might change this to... Listen knife? He got me. That's obviously good. Whew. Mr. Bates. Mr. Bates must stop. For months, for years maybe. Cadogan Bates has exploited us. Mr. Bates must stop. If we had more money, our proper jobs, we would never rent any of his extortionate flats. Mr. Bates must stop. We all know what revolting solutions he proposes for the women who can't pay their weekly... Ooh. Mr. Bates must stop. Let's meet him together soon and demand an immediate changing. Interesting. So this is propaganda, obviously, but at the same time... Interesting. Ken has been attacked by vengeful skulls. He used to exploit as his tenants. I will keep searching. I care less about him now. It's one dude who's level 14. Let's see if we can do this.
Help! Strangers are attacking me! Get away from me! Don't touch me with your disgusting hands!
Alright, that was easier. Not talking helps considerably. I'm looking for stuff to loot first, in case this kicks me out immediately. Because that's what I do. Cool. Just let me loot all this shit first, please. Alright, cool.
What happened? Who are you?
It's all right, sir. You're safe now.
Oh, a fellow Englishman. Thank you, sir. For a moment, I thought those bloody heathens would kill me.
What are you doing here? This place is not safe.
Yeah, it's a cesspool, but it's mine. I came to collect some overdue rent, but those who still live here have gone completely bonkers.
You're very lucky to be alive.
Yeah, filthy immigrants. Fucking savages, every one of them. And now with this bloody fever, they're just animals.
You can find safety of sorts in Whitechapel. If you're quick and cautious, you'll be able to avoid the savages.
Good to know. He has a cold. See, I could feed on him now, but he has 490 XP, and he has no relationships. Not surprising, he's an asshole. But if I learn more about him and then cure his cold, then when I murder him, I'll get more experience. Also, I'm still not sure I want to murder him. Where is he from? He is from Whitechapel. Fair enough. So I should get a treatment for cold, come give it to him. See ya, dude.
You had better return to Whitechapel without delay. It will be safer there.
Safety isn't really an issue in Whitechapel, because you never are. Never have been. The old place is falling to pieces. But thank you for the advice, sir.
Alright. Can't learn anything new at the moment. I guess we'll have to learn tomorrow. But I am very close to having enough experience. Oh. How'd I miss that? I assume this is the door that I was... Yeah, there we go. It was locked from the other side. Well, pretty much at half an hour. But I want to see if I can make it back to the hospital. That's my hope. So it was through the area that I was, actually. But we're going to do that next time. There is a skull up here that's way higher level than I am. So I wouldn't do that, but... I also wouldn't do it tonight, if possible. But like, they're so much higher level than I am. Curfew. Fair enough. Alright, well, I'm gonna run over this bridge. So that I'm in, like, safe territory. There we go. Look, I'm safe. But I want to do that next episode. We're gonna do wrong target. I'm probably too low a level for it, but I'm gonna try it anyway. See how things go. But thanks for watching. I shall see you next time.